Hello, hello, hello. This is Gouda.Murder, a podcast about sharp kills and cheesy thrills. Listen in on a group of gals talking true crime and all things cheese.
Hey, cheesebags.
Hey.
Yeah, really.
It's me, your girl Keely, with another episode of Gouda.Murder podcast. And with me today at Grammy's back porch is my two favorite ladies,
Theo.
Coda and Kelly.
Yes.
I was first.
Hey. I was first.
Oh, sorry, hold on. Rewind.
Oh,
Whoa. Anyway.
Shouldn't have said anything.
We're in the QC area for this episode. I know that we talked about Davenport, the chiropractor killer a little while ago.
Yeah.
But I'm on Illinois side, so chiropractor killer was Davenport, Iowa. We're gonna be East Moline-ish area and a little further out. But imagine working so hard that if a single project is not turned in on time, the police end up at your door. Well, this case proves that if you work your ass off, your company will know when you don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Know when you don't.
Know when you don't.
Okay, I'm listening.
So pick up the pace, Kelly.
Yeah.
Figure your shit out because we know we're watching.
It's definitely me.
How many assistants does it take? Anyway, Joan Knappton. Knappton? Knapton. Knappton?
Napton.
Sure. Knappton was a computer analyst for Coney.
For Kone?
Coney. Mm-hmm.
K-O-N-E?
Yeah, Coney.
Kone?
Mm-hmm. Coney.
It's Kone.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
The building with the Christmas tree on the top.
Mhm.
Yep.
Definitely did not.
What?
I don't know. What is that?
If you ever drive over 74 during Christmas time, there's a huge light up tree that they put on the top of that cubed building.
Oh, it kind of looks like a cube.
It looks like a microphone.
It looks like a microphone.
There you go.
On top of that cube building. Oh,
Yeah.
On top of that cube building, the one that looks like a cube. Yep, Kelly, you got it right on the money. But yeah, if you ever go over 74, you can see that.
Okay.
Which we don't do that often, but when we do.
Yes.
Anyway, she worked there. She's a very big computer analyst. Like, don't want to say she was CEO, but I mean,
computers. People in computers can make some hella bank.
mm-hmm.
Even working in IT, you can make a really good.
Did you reset the
salary.
computer?
Did you
try to
unplug it?
reset?
Yeah.
Did you plug it
tried
back
jamming
in?
it to hell?
But
What is that from?
I have a T-shirt that it's Satan's IT, and it's him, this devilly man, and he has a little headset. He's like, "Have you tried jamming it to hell?"
I love it. I need one of those.
It's so funny. It cracks me
I
up
love
every time I
that.
heard it. Anyway, sorry, Keely.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Coney.
So she's working at Coney. She's a computer analyst. She was working on a very large project that was due the weekend of 4th of July, 2003. Okay. Side note, Joan's family, 4th of July weekend was a very large holiday for her family. So
They go all out.
yes. Yep. So she was getting ready to go back to her hometown, go have a huge family party. But because of this project, she had called her family and goes, you know what? We're going to have to postpone this, or you guys do the party and we'll have to make plans for the following weekend.
Okay.
Or whenever. So her family's a little bummed out, but, we understand you're really hardworking. And her family knows that she's basically, it's work before fun.
Oh.
All work and no play is what Joan did.
Joan is a good girl.
Yeah, she very hardworking woman. So Joan had her daughter Nicole she was pretty pissed off because she wanted to introduce her new boyfriend to her family and basically just whatever, F you.
Yeah.
Now I don't know exactly how old her daughter Nicole was, but from everything that I read, she was not living with her. So I'm assuming that she was an adult or not a minor.
Okay. Like a young adult, like 20s.
Yeah.
Or something along those ranges. Okay.
But July 6th, a missing person report was made for Joan. Not by her family, but by Coney. Mm-hmm. because they were worried since she has never missed work, never called in, and has never missed a project dateline.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, so
Deadline.
dateline. That, I mean, she
She
should have
ain't
ended up
deadline,
there.
dateline.
Oh no. So police went to go check on Joan's home in East Moline, and what did they find? Find out after this cheese break.
Oh,
All right. So, with that marvelous introduction, going back to the Illinois and Iowa states, we are in the Illinois region, apparently, as to Keely has been telling us. East Moline, a little closer to our region, I would say, for sure. And I was thinking we were talking about Coda's last case and it being a little further outside of our area. However, this case is a little bit more closer to home. And I'm thinking, like, last time we talked about Illinois cases specifically.
Oh,
Specifically, I was looking back at my notes, and one of the first times that we were talking about Illinois was the Vishnu Springs, which coincidentally also was a time where we had just gotten Coda. Coda was on January 13th. We recorded Vishnu Springs, Illinois, and I have a little note saying with Coda,
I
which
was just a guess.
I was so
How
excited to
cute is
see that.
that?
Oh my God. So it's so cool to see that, we are already into October and we've come all this way. And Coda has so lovingly and so willingly joined into our cheese chaos and murder crime stories. And we're so happy to have her. And I'm so happy to be talking about Illinois cheese again.
I love being here.
I love being here. I'm so happy. I'm glad.
And I love murder.
And I love murder.
Okay.
And these
chill out.
cheese.
Okay.
And cheese.
The last part is a little questionable, specifically.
But yeah,
Murder.
murder. Yes. So it was pretty cool. Like, I love that. And so the last time that we were in Illinois, when we were talking about the Vishnu Springs, when Coda just made her lovingly introduction, we were talking about what I'd Google searched or looked up, Gouda searched. There you go. It was a queso blanco. So we were talking about a white cheese that, according to my research, was one of the popular cheeses here in Illinois. My further research, because I did not want to circle back and do another queso blanco, I went on another deep dive. And, we've talked about this before about, popular cheeses per region or per state. You got to take that with a grain of salt. It is pretty fluid. I would say, with the exception of like Wisconsin and Wisconsin cheddar, I think that's pretty obvious, like the most popular cheese or a most common cheese that you'll find in Wisconsin in that state. However, the other states, I mean, it's a little bit more fluid, whether it's artisan cheeses, different types of goat cheeses, you got your Munsters, your Kobe Jacks, your Swisses, your Blues, none of which we are going to be talking about today. So tonight we are going to circle back and we're going to talk about this Parmigiano Reggiano. Thank you. Parmigiano Reggiano, which is another white cheese. I don't know if that has
Sprinkle
anything.
cheese.
Yeah, sprinkled cheese. I don't know if that has
Sprinkle cheese.
anything to do with Illinois. Like queso blanco, white melty cheese versus this now white hard cheese. I don't know, but I'm going with it because it's cheese. Yes. So this cheese is going to be an older aged or semi-older aged cheese versus, the queso blanco, which is very melty. She's fresh. Parmigiano Reggiano is more so a Parmesan-like cheese. And so one of my notes here, I wanted to specify like what really is, the difference between, like Parmesan and this Parmigiano Reggiano. And I looked it up. There's a Riz.
Isn't that, didn't I bring it up one day when I kind of took over your cheese break?
You might have. But we're going to go over it again.
It had to do with like...
I say that, I have no idea. I don't remember that. I was like
certain regions of Italy.
Yes. So
Yeah.
that is very true. So really, Parmigiano Reggiano, it designates the cheese produced in Italy in compliance with laws governing in production area. So the cattle, diet, aging, length, and more. It's really based on like the areas of Italy. There's like 5 locations of Italy that are basically the strict areas where this cheese can be produced because of their cattle diet, aging, length, and more. Whereas like Parmesan is basically like the English and American translation of the Parmigiano Reggiano. So they're similar. Basically, Parmesan is just the American version of the nice, fancy Italian stuff that we have today. U.S. cheese. This U.S. cheese or Parmesan is U.S. cheese labeled this way. Might be genuine Parmigiano Reggiano, but likelier an imitation. So somehow in the production, because if it's not labeled actual Parmigiano Reggiano, which is the cheese is what we're having tonight, and it's just like a Parmesan or it says something flavored Parmesan, that means it's most likely. I mean, it could come from these regions of Italy. I'm not devaluing that. However, it could have more of an American twist or be produced elsewhere, which
doesn't follow all of those strict
guidelines. Yes, exactly. It's not regulated based off, like in Italy, Parmigiano refers to a granular cheeses that don't meet these regulations. So again, it just basically comes down to where it was made and the production. So again, Parmigiano Reggiano will be made in Italy. It will have these specific guidelines on how it's made. Again, with their cattle diet that the cheese is produced from, or like the cattle's milk that the cheese is produced from, whereas the Parmesan doesn't necessarily follow those guidelines, uses other ingredients, and can sometimes be, what others people call quote unquote imitation Parmigiano Reggiano. So that's very interesting. So tonight, though, we have the real deal. We have a nice little slab of this delicious white cheddar. That's, yeah. You like that? Oh.
Oh, God.
Does that feel Gouda? Let me. Yeah. Yeah. And when I say cheddar, I just mean this cheese, this cheddar, but it's this Reggiano cheese. Product of Italy. It's even certified, again, even in Italian, it says something certified di organizzazione, something. I don't know, it's Italian, but it looks, I'm trying to speak Italian, but I can't. It says something certified organism. That's all I got.
There we go.
And then it's dia controllo authorized.
No, keep going. You got it.
Huh?
Can you use your Texas accent, actually?
Try to read it like a Texan reading Italian. Okay.
No, you know what I found out about the Texas accent? They don't have one like that.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm just a piece of shit. Okay.
No, yours is more like Mississippi,
maybe
Georgia. Because
Texans totally have an accent, though.
Not that strong.
Was just there.
I was just there to visit my aunt. She really sounds.
What areas in Texas were you from?
San Antonio.
That's not far enough. I'm sorry. that's not the region I'm talking about.
Yeah. So you can hear a real accent.
Any hoozle. I can try to.
She's not that old.
I think it okay. Let me try reading it like
honestly, the accents down there are probably more
Midwestern than us.
No, they're very Midwestern actually, but probably getting more towards Spanish.
Oh yeah,
because you're like 3 hours from
the border,
but like 10 hours from actually being able to legally cross the border.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Well,
I'm still leaning into my accent. My accent being spot on. My accident.
Your Texas accent.
My Texas accent.
All right, now perfect.
Okay.
You have a Matthew McConaughey Texas.
Yes, yeah, that's what it is. I'm basing it solely on this one person who I think is from Texas.
He's actually from Chicago.
Yeah,
No,
right.
he's not.
That'd be hilarious. No. All right, so this is a product of Italy, and I'm going to Certificato de Organismo di Controllo Auto Artesito del Mitfa.
He's from Texas.
Boom goes the dynamite. So my accent, my Texas accent, spot on because
you sound like Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey is from Texas.
Can you read that line again?
Probably not.
All right.
We should keep going. We should keep going. We should keep going. So we got this cheese, this Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. It is a higher aged cheese. So again, the texture and the taste of it is going to be much sharper and a little bit more crumblier. Like I said, it is supposed to be in Italy. Parmigiano refers to grana or granular cheeses that don't meet certain regulations in other areas of Italy. So again, this is I would think this is fair. Like granulated, again, it's easy to break, which is why people come over in your restaurants like, hey, would you like some Parmesan, or like, would you like, and it just falls apart, or it just comes apart, and they top it on everything that you want, which is amazing. This type of cheese is, again, like I said, usually aged longer, so anywhere for at least 12 months, but it can be anywhere up to like 36 months or higher. This package just says aged over 22 months, so whatever that means. 22 months in one day, but it's delicious. We've been snacking on it. We paired it with the pear previously, which was delicious. The soft sweetness of the pear counteracted and balanced out the sharp firmness of this cheese. And we also paired it with a tomato basil cracker, which, as Coda so lovingly and ingeniously termed, is kind of like a little pizza bite. So it's a little, curb your appetite. Don't get a pizza. Eat some cheese and crackers. Boom. But right now we are going to be pairing it with a wine. And so typically with these types of cheeses, these harder, sharper cheeses, they pair really well with either a red wine or even sometimes like a sparkling wine. And so we do have we drank our red wine already, but we do have a sparkling wine at the ready and available that we can go out and taste test. So Coda, can you open up the sparkling wine? Thank you.
Hear me out. What if we just community cupped Kelly's red wine because she didn't drink that?
Yeah, we can do that. But
I'm
also,
gonna be the one that's like,
Actually,
I don't like cooties.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I don't even drink after my kids.
Yeah.
that's fine.
No,
No,
sorry.
none offense taken. I also put some bubbler in it to give it some fizz. So as Coda works on this,
it's an actual cork, like champagne.
yeah,
cork,
it's a sparkling wine, or sometimes what people would think of as a champagne.
Sorry. I don't know how to open one of these.
You very, very carefully. Maybe not.
Can you do it straight up? So if,
I'm
if
trying
it's
not to hit
poking
the
out?
ceiling
I
fan.
know.
Yeah, once you twist the thing, it's not gonna come shooting off. You have to kind of like.
That's what they all say.
That's what, I don't think you should do it like that, or like flinch. Okay, hold on. Let me do it.
You
Let me
do
do it.
it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it.
too.
Okay.
Don't poke it through the wall.
I'm scared.
We're gonna take this off. Okay, and I'm gonna just
She's
take.
gonna go outside.
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna take this blanket just to hold it. It's
You're
not gonna.
so smart.
It's not going to explode everywhere, but it's not going to also pop off. So what I usually do, which
Watch it explode everywhere.
yeah, I'm just gonna kind of lift it up slightly, and I just kind of like
What a beautiful bartender.
kind of wiggle it back and forth like a loose tooth. Okay, wait here. Listen. Oh wait, no, it's not ready yet. Hold on. Oh, okay, hold on. Woo! And look, I didn't get a black eye.
It scared me.
I caught
I'm
it.
Sorry.
Thankfully for the blanket. I always suggest using, you can use a towel to hold it. And again, I just kind of like move the cork back and forth a little, and it pop. And it's not one of those things where it comes shooting out at your eye. It could. It definitely could.
And I'm blind enough.
It could. Okay. All right. Let us just finish the wine that we have.
Chug.
Yeah. This one is good.
It is very
Pumpkin
good.
one? Excellent. I think it tastes good warm.
There was one that was
Like a
meant to
mulled
be-
wine.
Yeah, there was an apple one that I thought about getting, but it needed to be warmed up.
It's okay. All right. Here you go.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on.
You go ahead.
You can't get shit.
You couldn't even open it, so why do you think you should get some? No, just kidding. Go. Just enough for a taste if you want some more, of course. And so this sparkling wine, it's sparkling wine, again, can be constituted as like, a champagne. Also really great with mimosas and or they are mimosa, orange juice and champagne.
Do you want a
Great.
virgin mimosa?
Yeah, can I have a virgin mimosa?
An orange
They
juice?
just give you orange juice with like bubbler in it, like sparkling, probably like soda water. I
My
don't
kids would
know.
love that. Actually.
Yeah, like fizzy orange
I
juice.
love a Shirley Temple.
Yeah, I love a Shirley Temple too. They're the best. Anyway, so we have this delicious sparkling wine. I don't even know how you would pronounce this at all.
Aquisi.
Acquiesced.
Ooh.
Acquiesced.
I don't think there's a T.
ACQUESI.
There's a T at the end, isn't it? Oh.
So Aquesi.
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 What else is on? You blind?
Croissant.
Oh, croissant. I don't know.
Either way.
But it's really pretty. It has all these flowers on it. World Champagne Aromatic Sparkling Trophy. Oh, this champagne's won trophies.
Yeah.
I love
I
that.
picked it because it was in the sparkling section.
Yes. Do you have cheese?
I do.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
It was a sparkling white wine.
Yes, a sparkling white wine, which is exactly what we want. So what we're going to do in true fashion, here you go. Cheers. There you go.
It's not a shot.
Every time. Having a bite. Get that sharp taste. The champagne will also be sharp. Most champagnes.
Bro,
Or
this tastes like a Sprite.
I was gonna say it's like having pop.
Hey-o!
That's good.
This is really good.
You know what we're buying?
So this is sweet.
here
This
on
is sweeter. I would say a sweeter sparkling white wine, different than
Really?
like other champagnes, but it's really good. So the sweetness and bubbliness of this wine
You did a good job.
really pairs well with this sharp Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, which has again a crumbly, I wouldn't say bitter taste to it, but like I don't want to keep saying sharp, but like bitter would be fair.
It's distinct.
Yeah.
It's a bite.
It definitely has a bite.
It is kind of like a sharp cheddar, but
Mhm.
it's drier.
Like a very hard aged sharp cheddar if you
Mhm.
were to compare it.
Taste is sharp, like a sharp cheddar, but
Mhm.
not the texture.
Yeah. It even has like these little I don't know if you guys have noticed that every once in a while there's like these little crystals that you bite into, the little crunchies. That is unique to this type of cheese also.
That's Coke.
Is that the
What?
It's Coke. Yeah, we're gonna have a really great night.
Coca-Cola.
Really great night.
Oh.
Is that those little crystals? Is the
Mhm.
granules you were talking about?
Yeah. So it can be like not all, but it is like granular cheese. So it has like these little, again, I don't want to say crystals because it's not crystals, and you don't get it in every bite, but it's like similar to, because we've had similar cheese like this. I remember us having a cheddar. It was an aged cheddar, but it was like a cheddar Parmesan hybrid,
Mhm.
and so it was like a sharp cheddar taste, but it had like these granular crystals in it, and it was really good.
You know what I've noticed though is I've never had those granules in a grated Parmesan.
No, because it's grated.
Yeah, I wonder.
But also,
well, you right. But I wonder if the grated Parmesan that I'm buying is also not real Parmesan. Like
exactly.
This kind of Parmesan.
Yeah, like the craft, like the stuff that you shake out, that you spore out, you pour out over your spaghetti and or pizza. I would consider that, again, that would be the Parmesan, the Americanized version, the probably a little bit lesser, I wouldn't say lesser value, but like lesser quality of production.
An Americanized
version of it. Like, again, like you'd say like English Americanized version of it, because again, in Italy, like there's only certain areas that actually produce this type of cheese because of the regions, because of where they're at, because of the, again, cattle diets and like just the natural cultures that they have that go into making this cheese. So anyway, we'll sip. Let's keep sipping away at this delicious sparkling wine, this delicious sharp cheese. And Keely, let's get back to your story. You left us hanging at a very, very short stop.
Word.
Yeah.
Also, hold on. This is the first time I've liked all 3 wines.
Oh, shit.
Crazy. Anyway, I'm ready.
Yes. What'd they find?
Nothing.
Anyway, no.
We
So
found some cheese.
Yeah.
we did. I mean, they did
We
not.
found
Okay,
some really good wine too.
3 different bottles.
Yeah.
One for each.
We just taste tested one live, but the other 2 that we've been sipping on have been really great.
Excellent.
Excellent.
But anyway, police went to Joan's house and saw that there was no signs of forced entry, and the only thing missing from Joan's home was her computer. And obviously her.
Yeah.
She was nowhere to be found. Gone. Vanished. Without a trace. Mm-hmm. Now, if you've been a Gouda-Murder listener, you know that it's almost always the husband.
Always.
Okay. In any murder, we're always going right to the husband. Well, in this case, Joan and her husband Larry had been going through a very sticky divorce battle since April of 2003 of that year. So at this time, Larry's last known address was in Chicago, so not anywhere near the East Moline location.
Yeah.
Okay. So Henry County investigators headed that way to give the news to Larry that Joan was missing. And the only response he gave was, okay.
Wait a minute. Henry County? Is East Moline Henry County?
Yes. I don't know. I just know from my readings that it was Henry County police or investigators. I think it was an investigator from Henry County joined in on this case. Look it up.
I wonder if it's because their manufacturing facility is in Henry County.
Could be. Because I mean, Conan was the one that reported it, so
that would be probably why.
Maybe.
Odd.
But anyway, no, that's okay. Henry County investigators went to Chicago, found Larry, gave him the information that his almost ex-wife is missing, and all he said was okay.
Not suspicious at all.
He then asked police to leave the premise. Said, "You guys can go now."
Either he's like, "I don't give a fuck, go away," or "I'm hiding something, go
yes.
away."
Yep.
Yeah.
So the investigator on this case.
Okay, can you get off my property now?
Right. I mean, if you really hated her, and
Maybe.
I mean, even if you're innocent, you hated her. Like, all right, I'm divorcing her. Go
Yeah.
away. I don't care.
Well, so Joan is the one that filed for divorce, and she said that it was on.
So he's salty.
Yes, said that it was mental cruelty, and that was the reason that she was leaving him. But tons of family and friends had spoke up, and this was from a 2021 news interview talking about like the anniversary of her death or her missing case. Was that Larry had never, anytime he came to family events, he was always so mean to her and always so quiet and to himself, and so they were like, Joan and Larry were never meant to be type of thing. So this is like putting flame to the fire. But so technically, since Larry doesn't live in this area, police can't really go any further.
Yeah.
It's out of their jurisdiction.
Yeah.
But investigator on both the cases said that it was odd that he basically refused to follow up and do any interviews or questioning of anything, but he never followed up on if they ever found Joan. So July 10th, only a couple of days after the police report of Joan being missing was filed, a motorist crossing the Illinois 82 bridge saw something odd in the water.
Yeah.
What was it, Kelly?
It was her body.
A damn torso.
Why is it always the torso? Where's the legs? Where are the legs?
But wait, there's more.
They ran away.
Oh no, they ran away.
So police were brought to the area, and further searching also found her legs. Or legs. They didn't know whose it was. They just found a torso and some legs. Okay.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of August, it was
What would you do if you
confirmed.
found legs?
Fucking run away.
No, I put it on that Decomp 2.0 Facebook page.
I would probably be the person that's like frozen in fear. Like,
Yeah, like
No, Coda's gonna try to run back and slip and fall, and then her DNA is gonna be on it, so she's the killer.
Don't tell people my ideas.
I mean, we also had to say we have to watch you because you said you love murder, so
yeah.
And cheese. And cheese.
Nah.
And that.
we're not putting you on a watch list for the fact that you like cheese. We're putting you on a watch list because you said you
Maybe
like.
you should, because I have an unhealthy addiction to cheese curds.
She's lactose intolerant.
Love
I'm not.
cheese
I'm
curds.
lactose.
You're not
What's
tolerant. No,
celiac. Cheese celiac.
Like a cheese maniac?
Cheese lover.
Okay.
Oh, philiac. Oh, like a fetish.
Philiac.
She's over here fucking cheese instead of.
Look at this log.
She's like, I fucking love cheese. She's like, Kelly, where'd you get that Parmesan black? I'm
Like
trying to
that.
shove that up.
Oh,
Beep, beep,
this has
beep.
become
And then
like
she's gonna
X-rated.
It's always been X-rated. Okay, so anyway.
Like that lady on TikTok measuring a cucumber against my chin. Have you seen that?
I saw that in a Walmart grocery store.
Go and down our back. Anyway, go back to
Jesus
your
Christ. Okay.
story.
Beginning of August, it was confirmed by DNA that it was Joan. It was Joan. Okay. They never found
Anything else?
where's her head? Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
So did they use her? Did she have children?
Yes. Yep.
Did they use that to DNA test it?
Yes. Yep. So, Joan's body, torso, and legs were confirmed. Daughter Nicole filed an order of protection against Larry, the father, for her safety. So she felt like he had something to do with it, or he was threatening her. Either way, sorry, I didn't mean to play footsie with you. Disgusting. Either way, this order was put on. Whatever. Fast forward to 2006, so 3 years later, there's now a federal lawsuit against Larry and Nicole over Joan's life insurance policy offered through Larry's employer. So, according to the suit, the insurance company asked to be excluded from the deciding of who should receive this payout. Because the company claimed that Larry was a suspect in Joan's death, but because he refused to do any further investigating or interviews, whatever, they were like, we don't want to get involved in this. They almost dropped her life insurance policy, which I don't know how legal that is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like if you kill your spouse, you shouldn't get a life insurance payout. Like,
right, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? But anyway, they said that it's they're unable to discharge, or sorry, Larry was a suspect in Joan's death at the time, and were unable to discharge it to its admitted liability. I don't know what any of that means.
So they weren't able to distribute the policy to him because he was a suspect.
That does make sense. So
thank you, Coda.
Thank
she
you.
is our on-staff
legalese.
Yeah.
For now, she couldn't read hers, but she could read mine.
There was a lot more to mine.
So, court records show the insurance company later dismissed the suit, gave Larry a very large settlement, and Nicole a smaller one. 20 years later, there's still no answer.
Oh, whatever.
So, I hopped down a Reddit rabbit hole.
I was about to say, you went down by the river.
Down by the river!
So I hopped
Did
down
you
there.
find anything down there?
Listen, I know Reddit is not a great source. However,
people come up with some good conspiracy.
Yes, okay. So I read that Joan and a coworker had gotten into a very heated argument about this plan or this whatever her project was, just a couple days prior to her disappearance or her murder. But there was no actual investigation that occurred in her place of work other than asking if they've seen her or know what happened to her. So that was one thing. And then I said earlier, the only thing that was missing from her home was her computer. I said that, that kind of seems a little fishy, a little odd. Why wasn't, so there was no forced entry. So obviously she either let someone in or it was someone that she knew. They came in,
right,
kidnapped her, whatever. I mean, like, they didn't really find prints or anything.
Yeah.
But her computer's gone. There wasn't money missing. There wasn't jewelry missing. It was literally just her work computer. So, could this murder have been work-related?
They have footage of her leaving the building before this happened?
Yes. Of her leaving work.
So they don't know if she even actually made it home.
Maybe. I don't know.
Good point.
Because if she was working that downtown location, it's right by the river.
Fuck, I didn't think about that.
Shit.
Damn, Coda, I love your brain.
Did that coworker was like meet her in the parking lot,
cash me outside type shit?
Yeah.
Or she didn't
stole
know
my
about
proposal
it
on this project.
Right.
Yeah.
Meet her outside, caught her off guard, and
whacked her,
chopped her in half.
Karen Baxter.
Killed her husband, whacked him. Okay, so that was my first thought was like, what if it was someone from work? And I mean, Reddit rabbit hole, it went on. Like they came up with a couple different scenarios. They had mentioned that which I don't know if this is actually true, but her and her mom, or Nicole and Joan, got in a pretty large fight because of the whole 4th of July thing. What if she just got pissed off and offed her mom? But also, why are you going to off your mom about a 4th of July party? So I don't think that was really a thing, but
unless she thought she could pin her dad on it.
Yes.
To get that life insurance policy.
Which is another thought.
Which I'd hate to say that because I'm assuming if she had a good relationship with her mother, she wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
But if she didn't, or if she had like an okay relationship with her mom, or had some kind of resentment towards her because her mom chose work so much.
Yeah, which can be an option. But also the fact that her almost ex-husband, Larry, won't comply and answer investigators is also pretty off to me too.
And they didn't get a warrant for him in all this time.
He lives in Chicago.
Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but also he lives in Chicago the time that she went missing. I don't know 100% if he actually had an alibi to prove that he was home.
Right.
But driving, 3 hours here and then 3 hours back?
If you really hated her that much.
True. I mean, they were going through a pretty sticky divorce, so I don't know what pretty sticky divorce means. Because, I mean, in some aspects, wife is trying to take everything, but, I mean, she was pretty well off, so...
Well, maybe she was like, I'm well off because I did the work. You should get nothing.
Yeah, which could be.
Or maybe the daughter was like, I'm going to pin it on you because you were going through divorce, and maybe mom did deserve the divorce, and I really do think if they did actually find her torso and they DNA checked it, then
where's her head?
that gets rid of the whole did she like take off and fake her death kind of thing.
Like she faked her own death?
Yeah. And hope that her daughter could get the money in by pinning it on the husband.
Hold on. Joan faked her own death?
Yeah, but if they already DNA checked it, that makes that not
okay, work. I was like...
I'm saying if there was any kind of...
No, that makes sense. I get that.
Question.
Yeah. But I mean, even if Larry didn't do anything, and he didn't want anything to do with Joan, or I don't care that she's dead type of shit, wouldn't you want to get that closure for your kid? Like,
yeah, give your kid that closure.
Yeah, like prove that.
Were their kids all adults?
Yes, it's just Nicole.
Oh,
so yeah, yep.
He probably is thinking she's a grown ass woman. Don't care. Or
narcissist.
Nicole had that same kind of relationship with her mother already.
Could be. But if anyone knows anything, I know this is 20 years later.
Yeah.
But you can contact Crime Stoppers, and the number is 309-762-9500.
Or email us and let us turn it in.
Well, you could at Gouda.Murder. Oh shit. Gouda.Murder@gmail.com.
You know something? We won't talk. No, I'm just kidding.
We will talk.
We will talk.
We don't know how to not talk.
We will sing like a bird. Not like those birds. What kind of bird is that?
Snow White
from
bird.
Shrek. Oh.
Snow White bird.
Like from Shrek.
From
like,
Shrek. You can also
a generation Keely with that reference, like Snow White from Shrek. Okay.
That's like 2 generations.
Well, Snow White was in Shrek.
Yeah, but I'm saying
that was like 1920 something. Did you know Snow White was the first colorized animation?
Yes, I did.
You know Snow White was the first Disney princess?
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Boom.
Anyway, we talked about the email. We talked about Crime Stoppers. Facebook and YouTube, Gouda.Murder Podcast Official. We're live on both.
Did we actually tell them the email address?
Yeah, I said that. Gouda.Murder@gmail.com. There's a third one.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway. Stay fresh. Cheesebags.